and may leave you doubting who you thought you were. Proceed at your own risk.
I see Vega and Titus drop, and now I feel this overbearing presence watching me, a familiar presence, the one I've dubbed the Observer, and I'm going to try one more time and take a slightly different route. I still want to instill this fear in them, and now that I have the Observer watching, every so often, especially recently, but especially when we were learning magic, Arufi would speak about using emotions and experience and belief to power his magic. I want to instill the fear that the Observer had when he saw me essentially take over that domain, and now that I have the Observer watching, I want to directly pull it from it. It believes that I can do what it thought was impossible. I want to do it again, using that belief. Can I have a shift?
Yes. Just 10, though.
Okay. Partial success, 55.
Okay, what do you think happens?
I think I do instill this fear in these creatures, the fear that the Observer had when he saw me break that barrier, but I think I'm not able to control who else suffers that fear, and it spreads into everyone else when they see me.
Okay, I like that. Who can see you right now? Titus is down.
Be Estrella and Jude.
And I'm real close to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. 11.
And
Yeah.
you can say no, of course, but because I got doubles, can I instill this fear into the Observer as well? Reignite it, at least. It felt it before when it saw what I could do.
I think you have done the fear in the Observer, but it is the same amount as everybody else because it was the partial success.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Who's next? You, right?
Me.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I ran away from this thing, this force, this power that just happened. And it was pretty chaotic. So I didn't run super far away. I'm not lost in the woods. I think I can see them if I turn around. And I do that. And I see that Vega's on the ground. And I think when I look at Razroth, I'm suddenly like horrified and afraid for some reason. But Vega's on the ground, so I'm gonna run back to her. And she's pretty far away from everyone else still, I feel.
She is, yeah. She was standing back doing casting.
Yeah. So I don't think she's in immediate danger. So I'm just gonna sort of scoop her up. Vega! Help! And then that's my turn, yeah.
Are you gonna try to heal or do anything, or are you just kind of like cradling her and trying to wake her up?
I would like to divine what's wrong with her, actually. Yeah, and
Sure,
just like
yeah,
see
okay.
the wounds where she is.
Go ahead and roll your divination.
Okay.
Oh, okay. She is not. Yes, you rolled a 66.
Yeah.
Yeah, failure doubles. She is not unconscious. She is somewhere else. In a different... She's somewhere else. And you know that. But she is in trouble.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I think that's all I do this turn.
Okay, who's next?
It would be Titus,
But Titus is unconscious. Okay.
yeah.
And then it's the homunculus, I believe.
Yes. All right. Faye, I'm going to go ahead and give you access to the sheet here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Vega, what was your roll?
86. Failure.
Okay. There you go. Okay, 86 you said. Ooh, failure. All right. Okay. That's all I need to know for right this second. They go ahead and roll either physical or magical for us for Titus. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do
So it's not showing up for me currently still.
You might
I
have to do a
refreshed.
refresh. Oh,
Yeah, I did
Still not?
already.
okay.
I'll give it another try.
It's okay. I can roll it here in a second.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
just trying
sorry.
to do multiple things at once and get it done. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the creatures here. All right. We're going to go blue first. Blue does have claws and teeth and is looking pretty fresh.
What does the fear do?
The way I've interpreted the fear when they look at you is either they are going to choose not to attack you, or they are going to step back away from you, move away from you if you move toward them, is kind of how I'm going to interpret it. Because you said very specifically looking at you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the blue one is going to go ahead and swipe at you, Estrella, twice. So go ahead and roll your dodge. Holy shit. Okay, 2.
And then
What?
in the same fight.
What?
In the
Here
same
we
fight.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Okay, so don't forget, you automatically get a point moved up immediately right now in your fluid movement. So it is now 41. Yeah.
Astrea rolled a 2 and then a 1.
That-
For
it's-
everyone who hasn't.
Yeah,
hasn't
everybody
seen
who's
it.
listening. Holy fuck. Okay. So, I feel like, but this isn't an insane dodge. So normally when you do like a critical success for dodging, we've allowed you to do damage to the creature. This is a 1. So what do you think happens? Would you like to roll to attack?
I want to get Titus out of the way.
I see.
If
So
possible.
you're dodging to the right, and you're going to pick him up and get him out of the way.
Yeah, fling him over my shoulder and try to get as far away with him as possible. Just to get him in a different position. Do you think that would be possible, or
Oh yeah.
I can just do the attack?
No. What I would like to do is give you both. Sorry, my brain is slow today.
Okay.
I think you can summon with this critical. You can summon your other if you'd like. Get
Yes.
Titus out of the way, and then you do the attack. But that would
Awesome.
keep you positioned here next to blue. So that's totally
That's
up
exactly
to you.
where I want to be.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now, yes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I will summon up my other, and the other will go ahead and fling Titus over her shoulder. Get as far away as she can.
Yeah, so what I'm imagining is it's like when you dodge, all of a sudden we see like an ethereal version of you that keeps going. You know, like maybe astral projected out of your body, but she keeps going and running and then picks up Titus.
Yeah, so I
And
think maybe
fucks off.
it starts to try to like wail at me, and I dodge out of the way, and that double of me spawns in the place that I was and ends up kind of continuing to dodge.
Yeah.
And grabs Titus and runs. And I'm gonna go ahead with my attack and try to
Absolutely. Go ahead and
cut
do
its
that.
fucking arm off.
Tell
Yeah.
me where you would like Titus to be. Like as far, oops, I did not mean to move that. Like
If
as
I can
far
get
off
the
the map as you
double-
can.
If I can get the double to bring it over to Jude and Vega, that's what I will do.
Okay.
If not, as far off to the side as possible.
I think what we can do is we can have you move him like here, and then next turn maybe try to get him over there, because otherwise she has to cross over the path of the red monster.
Awesome. Okay.
I mean,
and if
which
there's
is
any
fine.
cover there,
If you want to do that, that's okay, but he does still have an attack this round, and he does not want to hit Raz.
right?
So
If
he'd
there's,
probably go for either you or your other.
Yeah, I'm hoping it goes for me or the other. Yeah. But with that being said, if he can be placed behind any sort of cover, that's what I would be going for. If
Let's
not,
do this here.
just
Like that?
yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. And I have
this
to roll
is not
for the
the
attack,
map
right?
I was going to use for the woods, but it is now. So there might not be a chained tree, but we're going to say there's a rock there that he's has cover under. All right.
Awesome.
What?
Now roll to attack.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going for its arm. I want to try and lob it off. And is there any shift or no?
Yes, because you got a critical. Yeah, I think you've got
Okay.
to shift towards it.
All right. 10, right?
Yes.
Awesome. That is a 64 partial success.
Partial success. Okay.
I think what
have to math
happens
damage.
is it's not a strong enough blow to kind of lob it off, but it's done a significant amount of damage. It's hanging on by a thread pretty much. Still able to fling it and everything, but not looking good for it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And that is on blue, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, now red is going to go. Does not have claws or teeth, so it is going to try to grapple you, Astrea. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll. I think normally I would give, because you're engaged and you literally just got done dodging from another creature, normally I would give you a -10 shift for this, because basically it kind of has an advantage with you, but you rolled a 1 critical success on your last dodge, so I think you're fully aware of everything that's going on. So just go ahead and roll your regular dodge.
Yeah, I think the whole fuck up that just happened has me hyper aware, and that's probably why I'm so focused at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
57 partial.
That's half that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so it hits you. What happens? Where and how?
Well, the last spot I got hit was my arm. I think it's actually gonna go ahead and with that arm that's all this is the red one, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't have any claws.
Right.
I think
it's
it just tries
grappling
to
you.
make some
it's
sort
trying
of
to grab you. Yep.
Right. So I think it doesn't get the grapple off. It tries and it squeezes me, but I'm able to kind of like pull myself out of its grasp. And I kick off its foot and I land back onto the ground. But I am it probably crushed some part of me, and maybe I have like some sort of a fractured rib or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. I think that is fair as well. Okay. It's not going to give you a minus shift on future stuff yet, but I think if you get hit like that again, it might start to affect you. Okay. That's both of those. Now we're going to switch to the other two, Leah and Earfear. Think are here. Yes, perfect. All right, now they're gonna go yellow and green right now. Eru, go ahead and roll twice to dodge, and Leah, same thing. Green's coming for you, yellow's coming for Eru.
Did they was the last spell cast not a thing to ensure that they don't attack me?
Oh,
Correct.
It was. That's right. So they're going for Leah. Both of them are going for Leah.
They have all of my fear and rage, and then he cast a thing to
protect you. He's protecting you. That's right. Okay, so I'm so sorry, Leah. 4 dodges.
4 dodges.
Yep.
Okay.
They've got
No
rage,
shift.
so their attack's going to be a little bit more intense.
Of course.
Oh god. I mean, technically it should be a minus 10 shift because they've got that rage. Yeah, we're just
Also,
gonna.
we're
I'm
not
so
on
sorry.
screen.
Oh, what? Shit. Okay. Sorry. Yes, minus 10 shift.
Okay.
Where are you? Oh, I see what has happened. Perfect.
I shall wait.
Got it. Thank you.
First roll.
Yep.
24. Success. Second roll. 35. Partial success. Third roll. 53. Failure. Fourth roll. 12. Success.
Okay. Wow, that's actually so good. All right. So what happens? What do we see?
Okay, you'll see these two creatures, I believe they look towards Erephir. However, I just cast this, magical, how do you say, like, apparition over him to make it look as if he wasn't necessarily there, kind of covered by the canopy and the light above. As they turn towards me, I want to say that perhaps maybe the first one hits me. And
Okay.
it strikes true. What attacks do they have again?
They swipe twice with their claws, and if they get an attack in, they'll go in for a bite.
Okay.
They successfully hit you, then they can bite you.
Right.
is not
And is
great.
that bite automatic or what?
No, they're gonna roll to bite, and then you've got a minus 10 shift for that too.
I see.
So,
All right. Well, in that case, the first attack comes in. That's a success. I believe I just dodge out of the way. They come at me, and maybe I use a bit of magic in this. Perhaps not really too flashy, or perhaps maybe flashy is the wrong word because there's a bit of flash coming out of my sword, as that's basically where my magic comes from. I glints my sword in the light coming down from the canopy, and it kind of makes them just miss altogether. The second one strikes at me again, and it's a partial success. So I believe that while the sword is still down, facing upwards to reflect the light, I want to say that this time around they hit the sword, and as it does, it comes at me in an angle that kind of wins me.
Okay.
The third attack is a failure, so the second one roots around to my flank and swings downwards, I want to say, in an action to try and crush me. And you said that comes with a bite?
it does come with a
so-
bite. Here's what I'm gonna
however-
suggest.
Okay.
That 12 success that you rolled after, you can use that on the
Right.
bite if you'd like.
I would like to use that on the bite.
That's a very wise decision. The bite's pretty bad. Okay, go ahead and now
Okay.
roll for that last arm swipe then.
All right. -10.
Yep.
48 failure.
Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
you get hit again. What happens?
So they swipe downwards at me with the first failure to pin me down, and that's where the bite comes in. As it does, the sword comes in the way and it bites down on the sword. I want to say its teeth are sharp and large enough that it doesn't do damage, but I've prevented the bite from coming at me.
Yep.
And then the second attack is a swing, and as I'm on the ground, I want to say that the hand comes down, crushing on my left arm
Yep.
to pin
Okay.
me down in place.
Now it only gets the one bite because it can't bite again this turn. But I
Right.
think as it's like, as you bring your blade up and its teeth kind of go around your sword, I think you notice, the green, same like strange, kind of vine-like viscous fluid that you saw on, up their veins before.
Okay.
And I think you know that the bite is probably way more dangerous than anything else right now. So in that moment,
I
you
see.
realize the bite is avoid at all costs. Okay. Next,
Understood.
I think you two have turns now.
All right.
Yep,
Is the turnover the same from before?
it is. Basically, they go, then you two go, and then we switch to the other team. And I'm just going to try to keep the fight cohesive that way. It's insane, but we're going to try it.
Very well. I'm just
you.
keeping an... It is me. Okay.
Yep. Unless you want to hold for reaction, which is fine too.
I would like to hold for reaction.
Okay. Airfear, what are you doing?
Attempting to make the two of us invisible,
All right.
and not just to the eye. This is a spell that I've cast many times before
Okay.
that grants me any sort of shift.
It does 10. Don't forget you have 10 for the wood as well. So you'd have a 20
I would
shift.
like
I'm not in the
to-
wood, I don't have the 10.
Oh, that's right. You're not. You're on the outside.
I think as I'm casting this, I see these things just all bear down on Leah and it distracts me. And I stop casting it as the one that comes in to bite him and he blocks it with his sword because I'm pretty convinced it's going to get him and I think I have to rush forward to stop casting this spell.
Okay.
I react.
Okay.
I want to say in this moment, as he is focusing on this spell, I don't necessarily know what is necessary to do what he is doing, nor do I know if I can help. But I'm going to extend my free hand, the one that's not been pressed down by this creature's hand staying it. And I would like to, in any way, shape, or form, assist his ability.
I've been
his
waiting for
magic.
this. Yes, absolutely. So I've been thinking about this since we made the reactionary rolls. I think so far what we've been doing is when somebody assists another player in a turn, it gives them a shift. But I love the idea that reactionary classes get to reroll. So you're using your turn to have him reroll. So Brad, you
Right.
can roll again.
All right.
Oh,
Another fail.
fuck. All right. What happens?
I think I extend my hand and you kind of see this these motes of light like fireflies kind of like start building around and they fly towards Zeraphir. But I think that in this moment he'd already like made up his mind as to what he was going to do, which is come towards me and try and assist in somehow. And I think that I don't necessarily know if we are cohesive. At least
Yeah,
not
you're
yet.
kind of butting heads a little bit, and he didn't kind of allow for your magic. I like that.
Right.
Now, I do think it is the first time, and I know that I mechanically am adding this in because we're making a cool reactionary class, but according to Lear and how he uses magic and debt magic, this is the first time we would see you sort of rewind time for a second so that he gets to re-roll. Are you aware of what you're doing, do you think?
I don't think that I am aware of what I'm doing, but if you were watching over at Erefir, it looked like again, fireflies around my hand, but if you were watching the target, it would look as if, and forgive me if I'm wrong here, but like a day and night aren't necessarily a thing here. Instead, it's like perma-day. So instead, I think you would notice if you were paying attention to Erefir, with the light coming down from the canopy filtering through the leaves, you would see the light over Erefir kind of like shift and move really fast, as if like you're watching plants grow like on a stop motion, but its shadows moving backwards. And I guess visually that's what's happening, like as time itself has been kind of distorted for a moment in the area.
Awesome. Okay. Do you think Eru would know what has just happened?
I think Erefir knows everything, and I hate him for it.
Yeah, okay. Then Eru, you are completely aware that this is the first time he's done this, and he did it instinctively, and he was able to rewind time for a moment for you. And so I don't know how you would interpret that, or how that would feel for you, actually. Because I don't know if it's normal for you. Because you live your life sometimes doing something and then doing it again and going, wait a minute. So that's up to you, I think, but...
I've just spent a year with Vega doing it, so
Yeah.
I think I'm a little more used to it, but I note it, but now is not the time to concentrate on it, so...
Perfect.
I file it away for later.
Perfect. All right. The other crew, rather, sorry.
All right. I think I'm first. Yes, unless no, because Vega is knocked out. Okay, so we have one that's looking really hurt, and then we have the other one that I just started attacking.
Yes.
The one that I just started attacking is one of the ones that I summoned, right?
Yes. Anything that's not the red one is one you summoned.
And my double is still near Titus, correct?
Yes.
Or has it phased out? Because that would be totally fair.
I think it would phase out, because basically you didn't do it on purpose. It was just a gift because you got a critical success.
Okay.
So I think just Titus is lying there down.
All right. So similar to kind of like how Titus absorbed the blood from the homunculus.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and absorb back all of that emotion, all the anger and the pain that I put into summoning that creature to attempt to weaken it.
Wow, okay. Okay, go for it.
Okay. Now, would that be another stat, or would I be able to use my illusion for this?
I think you can use your illusion for it.
Okay. And since I got hurt, should I be doing a negative shift or anything like that? Or okay.
Negative shift because you're physically injured will be for like trying to move or do anything like a physical attack, but you're using magic, so you're good.
Okay. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at this creature. It was a 14 success. And I cross my blades and the gems on them glow, and that kind of wind tunnel that you've been seeing starts to kind of pull for some of the energy from it. And you would notice it, however you would want to weaken it, I would assume. You would notice that it's starting to get a lot less strong.
Okay. Do you think, I know you just explained what we saw, but I am curious as to your thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that this is mine, I made this? So
Yes.
Yeah. So there is a bit of ownership there.
It's a physical manifestation of that, I've made those emotions into this creature.
Yeah. And now I want to take them back, but this is my creation and I have control over it.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Who's next? Raz.
Me. So now that I've instilled the fear of the Sun Eater in these things, I I take a step forward to test how it reacts to me getting closer. I'll step closer to the red
It
one
will take
first.
a step back. It does not want to be anywhere near you.
I'm going to just try and chase them away. I'll herd them like cattle if I need to. Get them away from the rest of the group.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. You can have your +10 shift. But you need to roll twice because you got to hit both of them.
Yes. Anything in particular?
I think this will be your magic stat. So whatever your skill is there, not your overall stat, but your skill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Instead of 10 shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
6.
shit. Okay.
63 partial.
Okay. Which
And-
one are you moving away?
I think the 6 shift, the 6 would be the blue one. I think I'm putting my most efforts into getting that one away since it still has
Because it's
its
the strongest. Okay.
claw.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think because I'm pulling from the memory and of the fear that the observer had of me, when I had taken over that domain, when I had shattered the shield dividing us from Titus, a threat I made to the observer was that if it touched anyone I loved, I would break every bone in their body and sunder their very soul. So I think every time you look at Razroth, you just, despite him not saying anything, despite him probably maybe having like a concerned look on his face when he turns to his comrades, he looks angry and he keeps saying that over and over again whenever you make eye contact with him. That's what it seems like anyway. And that's what these homunculi see as well, as I herd them further and further away from the forest, or at least our section of the forest.
So you partially succeed on the red one. So the red one stays on the map. You can move the blue one towards the edge of the map. If you do this one more turn, you can take him off the map. And he'll be
I'll
out
do
of
that
the
then.
engagement, essentially.
Okay.
But I love the idea that you are able to do this without moving, because that to me screams Sun Eater. So
Yeah,
what
I think it's an
does it
oppressing.
look? Yeah.
It's like an oppressing. I don't even think anyone sees anything. I think it's very similar to how when the observer watched me, I felt the presence. Watching me, I didn't see anything. I think it feels like my aura expands further and further, chasing them further and further away.
Okay. Where would you like me to move, Blue? Here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then red will go slight there. Okay. Jude.
All right. Yeah. I don't think I'm fully aware of what's going on with the others. I would like to find out where Vega is. There's this thing that I've wanted to do that I've sort of been practicing over the years, but I don't know if I'm very good at it. But I think of it as kind of connecting mind to mind, coalescing.
Okay.
So I would like to put my hand onto her face and try and follow her mind or the threads of spirit that may or may not exist to lead me to where she is.
Okay.
In my mind, like to just visualize it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to use this to locate her?
Yeah.
Okay.
To see like what's going on.
Go ahead. You would have a 10 shift
Actually,
for your
don't know.
relationship with her.
Yeah, okay. The question is like, what am I using to do this? I think divination probably
Yes.
makes the most sense.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, well.
I think you see her looking around. She's calling out for you. She seems to be in a very dark place. There's fog around her. And she's spinning around very quickly. Like she is scared. I think that's what you get from it.
Okay. Damn.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think I want to follow this path down to try and find her, so I don't think there's anything else that I'm going to be doing, unfortunately.
Okay, that's okay.
In combat.
That's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Thought now the creatures are gonna go. They will not attack Raz, so unfortunately, Estrella again, they're gonna come for you. However, the blue one needs to get to you, so it is going to move toward you, and the red one is gonna try to grapple you again. So go ahead and roll just 2 attacks for the red for the grapple.
Can I lawyer or attempt to? Because in order to get closer to Estrella, they have to get closer to me. And they fear me. At the very least, the blue one fears me more than the other.
That's fair. I will allow it. Okay, they're gonna do a magical attack on Estrella. So we're gonna do... I think this is the first time they've done this also. No, it's okay. It's all right. It's correct. All right, so go ahead and roll magical defense then.
Okay. To clarify, are these direct effects or are they projectile type things that I could possibly roll out of the way?
They are not projectile. They are. It's going to try to come up and grab you, and grapple you.
Okay.
And there's with its
2 of them,
shadowiness.
right?
Yep. Oh my God! How did
I'm sorry.
You've rolled a 1 and a 100 in the same fucking session, dude. What the fuck?
2 crit fails in the same fight, by the way.
Holy fuck, dude.
The other one's a partial though, on the bright side.
Okay. Yeah, fuck. Okay, what do you think we see as these... Oh, fuck, man. It's gonna grapple you, so it's kind of like these shadowy hands come up from the ground to grab onto your legs, and probably all the way up to your thigh, because you critically failed, and you won't be able to move. What do we think we see when this happens?
I think that what you would see is I've been dodging all these other attacks. I've been good so far. I get a little bit cocky, and I think that I'm going to be able to dodge whatever it is they're going to do, right? But instead, I feel and I then see these dark, shadowy hands come from below me, and they just start to envelop me.
Yeah,
and start to try to even drag me down.
Yeah, I think so, and I think we see that the hands kind of turn webbish almost, because they are this homunculi, but they're homunculi of Titus, so they're trying to get better at using the same abilities and magic that he has. So yeah, we would see that for sure.
And I'm sure that they would be crushing me yet again as well, considering I only got a partial on the other one as well. Raz! Help!
All right. We're now going to switch. Not to whom we expect, however. But to Vega and Titus, who are unconscious, as far as we know. As far as we know. Hello, you two.
Hello.
You
Hello.
are in the shadowy wood. You still hear the same sounds that you heard before, but you can't see anything. And you remember getting hit. You remember falling unconscious. What do you do?
Jude? Jude? Can I see Titus?
Yes, you can see each other.
Titus!
This is strange, right? It's not just me.
Yes, Estrella did some crazy tornado thing and my...
Yeah,
My
I
head.
recall. I recall that.
Where are they? What about the... We need to get back. We need to find them. They can't fight those things alone.
I begin to look around to see if there's any differences of the terrain from which we were just injured in.
There's nothing here. You don't even have to roll for that. It feels like you... Actually, I think it feels like you're walking on marble, and I know you would know the difference between, the ground versus stone. So I think it feels like that, and the sound is like that too when you step and walk. But as far as you can see, there's nothing. And when you look down, it's not like you see a marble floor. You just see kind of a dark, thick smoke. That's more like a fog than smoke itself. It's lazy, kind of slowly rolling. Comes up below your kneecap.
Do I get a stronger sense of the dread magic here?
Yes, absolutely.
Hello?
Who are you talking to? Anyone?
Anyone? I was seeing if anything answers.
Go ahead and roll for me. Just a random 1d100.
62.
Okay. There's no response.
Okay. Okay. Do you recognize this place, Titus?
It seems like it. It doesn't feel like it. It's not just me. You can feel that, and I start to stomp my foot on the ground. Something's different here, Vega.
I reached down and touched the ground. Through the fog.
Ooh, okay. Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll. Are you using any sort of magic sense for this, or is it just physical sensation?
It will be majority physical, but
Okay.
there'll be that
You can't help
sensation
it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll accordingly then, please.
Are we... do I get a shift for being in the woods here?
Yes, you
Let's look
do.
Ooh. 2 success.
Okay. When you touch the ground, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the forest ground and how I expect that to feel. And earthiness, homeliness. Home, I guess, is the word I'm thinking.
Vega. Are you said a very key phrase there in that you are expecting the ground to feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But you also said, like, home.
Where I am right now feels very much not like home.
That's right.
And-
Are you trying to go home?
In my mind, what I consider home right now is the forest we were just in. The people
Okay,
around
right.
me.
I see. Okay, those people.
Yeah. My home world, my home time, the time that I'm expecting, the world I'm expecting.
And you are thinking those thoughts. My home
Yes.
world and my home time.
Yes.
Okay. You may now see everybody else on the battlefield. They cannot see you. You can attack. You can return to the initiative order. However, if you stay here for too long and or if you get hit here, it's going to do damage to your unconscious body.
Interesting.
Okay. That goes for both of you as well. Because she rolled a 2. So Titus, I mean, you would see that as well.
Jude.
Okay.
Jude. Estrella? Titus, they can't see us. They don't know we're here. Does that mean we can affect this? What's happening?
So you would see Raz. He is pushing the two of them back. He is standing still, and they seem to be backing up away. However, they have just grabbed Estrella using a magical attack and have rooted her to the ground like a tree.
We have to do something. We have to try something. Anything. And I will try to... I'm assuming it's using his limbs to do this. So I'm going to... once again, sort of project my sword, take my sword, cast an illusion, and hurl it at the homunculus.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You have no shift at the moment, though.
47 success.
Okay, what happens?
I pull my sword from my sheath, but it's not really my sword. My sword stays there, and I hurl it, and it's a sharp blade. It's making a high-pitched ringing sound as it flies through the air in a cartwheel and slices straight through the appendages holding Estrella. The beast would stagger backwards slightly as its momentum is altered.
Okay, so the rest of you in this fight see it stagger back, but you don't see Vega and you don't see her sword. But something is happening to it, and I don't think you know exactly what it is. Vega, you rolled a 2, and then you rolled another success as well. I think as the apprentice, you know you have gone through 2 spaces to do this. Does that make sense to you?
Vaguely.
Okay.
Titus, you do something. You need to do something. Please.
Okay. And I cast Unseen Hand and try and hit the more well-off homunculus in the face with a blast.
Okay, so that's the blue one. All right, go ahead. Oh, what happens? This one is looking really hurt now, by the way.
And it's also weakened, right?
Yes.
Out of the same hole that you saw these spectral shadow phalanges, a large magical gust of air comes up and uppercuts this homunculus in the jaw.
Okay. Does it lift him off of his feet?
I think slightly, yes.
Okay. All right. So again, the rest of you in this fight see that happen, but you don't see what it was that caused it, but something is assisting you here. And with that, it is now switching to Lear and Urfir. They are going to go ahead and take their turn. Just... Whoop. There you are. All right. Go ahead and roll to dodge Lear 2 more times each. I apologize.
So 4 dodges in total,
That's right.
with a negative 10 shift each.
That's right.
Okay. 99 failure doubles
Shit.
for the first.
Okay, so it bites you.
6
6.
success
You dodged.
for the second.
Is that for the bite or is that for the...
I would like to roll all 4 again like last time, unless of course you want to do something differently this time.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I would like to roll all 4 like I did last time.
Yeah,
unless-
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And then decide which one's for which? Is that what you're saying?
I was just gonna go with where it lies.
Okay.
So 99 failure doubles. That's very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. That's the swing down again. I want to say that the one that's behind the one that's pinning me down comes around and then pins me down by one of my legs, pressing down hard. There's a crack. I think maybe perhaps my knee. bends upwards as it crushes through the knee. Ah! As it then proceeds to try and bite me. I don't know either by trying to disembowel me or get me in the face.
It's going right for your neck,
Okay.
like a vampire or a werewolf.
I think with a 6, I slide the sword out as far as it needs to go to essentially have this other one also bite down on the sword. The other one can let go, and it likely will do as I do this, but I've essentially just done the same thing. My left arm, pretty much limp and weak at this point, gone almost. Same with my right leg. With a 62 failure, I believe, well, more of the same. The creature that's already over me, I think, is going to press down again. Keep purchase on my left arm, keep it down, and is going to try and bite me in the head, in the neck. And with a 3, I want to say that as I see it coming, I don't know what it is, luck perhaps, but light shines off my crown just so that in a fleeting moment there's a glint, and I manage to turn my head as it bites a divot of dirt behind me. Any time now, Erifia! That'd be nice! And that's my turn.
Okay. So you will need...
that was their turn.
That was their turn. So you'll need 2 more rolls that are to dodge the second swing. So they swing at you twice with their arms, and then if they succeed, they get a bite. I'm assuming
see.
you're using the 2 successes to dodge the bite.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So then I just need 2 more dodges for the second swipe. Remember that if they do hit you, they don't get to try to bite again.
Correct. So...
Okay.
All right, 11 success doubles.
You get to hit it back if you want.
All right. And,
Oh.
15 success. All right. So, as this is going on, I go, Erifia! And I think the one that's to my right that I've now blocked with the sword, I'm going to slide the sword out of its mouth, and while keeping the tip of the sword by its head, I'm going to try and press it into its soft palate in its mouth, trying to push it backwards. I think at this point as well, the one that's pinning me down by my arm is... I don't know how I do it. And it likely hurts a lot. But I think I'm going to free my hand from underneath its claw and try and get purchase on the ground. Any time now would be great. That's my turn.
Yep. Roll to do the damage, just so I know, because you're able to kind of do damage to him because you're
I see.
11 double. So just, it doesn't matter what you're
15
doing.
success.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. That was their turn. So now technically it is your turn, unless you'd like to stay.
Holding it again.
Yep. Hold. All right. Erifia, what are you doing?
You're pinned under them?
Yes.
Yes, but somehow I'm free, although my left knee is bending the wrong way.
Is he making contact with them?
What do you mean? Is he touching them?
Is he physically in contact with them? Yeah.
Here?
At this point, no. I just managed to secure myself.
Perfect. And they're both near him in the same kind of area, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I rush between the 2 creatures and I shove my staff in between the 2 of them so that both ends of the staff are touching one and the other. And I would like to send them upwards.
Okay. Suna.
Oh, this would be much higher than Suna. Do I get any sort of shift?
Yeah, well, Suna's limited to D&D rules. No, you know what? I don't think that you do.
I react.
I need a second one for the other one.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, to re-roll, to have him re-roll?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Go ahead and re-roll, but We want to do
Another
2.
fail,
I see.
and then a partial success.
All right. So you're unable to lift one of them. You may choose which one, but the other one you are able to lift up, but it doesn't go as high as you were anticipating.
How high does it go?
How high were you anticipating?
Space.
I think I'll give you 20 feet. But I think I will also give you something else as well. You're not in a place where up equals space. And I think you probably realized that in that moment. Because you
Why
were just
not?
you were trying to just eject in up towards space, right?
Why isn't up space?
I don't think you know.
Why not?
Why don't you know?
Yeah. I'm not. We're not in the forest. Remember?
You're not in the forest. That's right. And why doesn't it work? You tell me.
I was too indecisive in that moment, and this is also the truth. I was gonna send them to the sun,
Yeah.
and as I shoved the staff between them, I remembered Leah's mistake in that he accidentally pulled us out without the others, and I realized that if this spell failed and I accidentally sent
And
Leah
you
to the sun, he'd
yeah.
be dead. If I sent him to space, I could get him back before he died.
Yeah. But the sun, probably not. Maybe?
Yeah, I'd rather not lift 120 feet, but that I don't know if I can cancel that.
Sure, it's a partial success. So what would you like to do instead?
Leave it.
All right, I will give you for your partial success. You can have a +10 shift on the next thing you do.
One of them,
Does that make sense?
the one above Leah lifts like an inch and then comes back down again.
Okay.
Because I'd rather it not go up. That would be the one that I was sending upwards, and
Okay.
I'd rather it not go up 20 feet and then land on him
Got it.
as I cancel it.
Sorry, I forget you guys. I keep forgetting you guys are not in the wood. Oh, do not forget, you still have the chain around you, though. Everybody's chained together with an illusory chain from Vega.
Would we still be bound by it if we're not there? I mean, does it extend?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't say a word.
All right. Other crew.
Am I still being held on to by these
Yes. Yep.
hands?
You'll be grappled, and you won't be able to physically move this round.
Okay, but so Vega attacked whatever it was that was holding on to me. Does that have any sort of effect for me perhaps trying to wriggle out of it or anything?
Unfortunately, because you rolled a 100, you're stuck.
Okay.
You won't be able to move this round. But I think you guys are aware that something is here doing something to these things. But you have no idea that it is Vega and Titus. And Vega and Titus, you're welcome to join this screen because you are back on the turn order. They just can't see you.
Raz, did you do that? Did you not just see that?
You're muted, I think. At least to me. Okay.
It wasn't me, but that last attack seemed a lot like something Titus would do.
Fuck. Now, this isn't a magical attack that's holding on to me. Would I be able to identify that that is a magical attack?
You don't need to roll for it. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like, weird webby stuff that came up from the ground and grabbed you. They've got like leathery skin that looks like they're like half bat, half human. They're 7 foot tall, really crazy, weird looking creatures, but they're certainly not made of this weird shadow that has come up from the ground, this weird webbing that's grabbed you. So I think it's very easy to tell.
Okay, so I absorbed some of that anger back into myself. I'd like to go ahead. I'll drop my blades
Okay.
because they're holding on to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and grip onto the hands. And I'm gonna try and take all of that anger
Okay.
and put it into trying to explode these hands.
Okay.
Or making them wither away, something to that effect.
All right. Go ahead and roll. You have just the -10 because of that
Okay.
crazy critical failure.
All right. And is my illusion still good, or do you want me to roll
Illusion is still good. Yep.
-10.
Just changes how you describe what happens, right? 28
success.
Okay. So, oh wait. Which one are you attacking?
Whichever hands have me actually grappled.
They both were able to grapple you. So choose red or blue.
Wasn't one of them a partial?
One of them was a partial, but because you did the critical failure, both succeeded. Like you
Okay,
rolled a 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the one with the claw still. The blue.
The blue one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And I'm
what do we
basically
see?
trying to shatter their hands, essentially.
Would you like to declaw this creature?
Yeah, I think what you would see is I reach down, I push my arms through, these fingers that are holding on to me, because now the hands have gotten all the way up to my waist, essentially, and my arms were down there. I drop the blades and I go ahead and I grip onto this hand that has me, and I'm going to try and get rid of this first one by channeling all of that anger. And I think that we would see kind of like my hands start to glow a little light purple, and it would essentially start making the hand start to crack.
Nice.
And the first part to fall off would be the claws on this hand.
All right. This one loosens its grip on you, but you still have the red one that has hold on you.
Okay. Shit!
As Estrella does this, I'm going to physically leap onto the one that she's trying to push off her. I'm going to use my staff as a pole vault, essentially, and attempt to jump onto its neck with my sword around its neck and, grapple it away from her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to do that.
80 failure.
You may re-roll.
Okay. At a cost?
Yes, but you've already paid it.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's 94 failure.
Okay. I don't have your shift, though, but either way, both of those are failures. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Titus. I think. It is Titus next, right?
I think it's me.
All right, it's you, then Titus.
Again, like I said, whenever you look at Razroth, I'm not sure if that's the case for the others in the other realm, but you hear over and over again, "I'll break every bone in your body and sunder your very soul," over and over whenever you make eye contact with him. And that gets louder as he sees these creatures grab onto Estrella. And that's because he's actually saying it now, saying that if you lay a finger on her, I will break every bone in your body and sunder your very soul. And I guess the question first before I do anything, do I need to use my action to continue this aura, or is that just okay?
Yes, yeah.
Then I will
If
do
you want to
that.
keep the effect happening, you do.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Any shift?
10.
Three.
Cool. Okay. You need to describe what happens, but something changes within you. We see something different about you. What is it?
I think this time the aura isn't just emotional or mental. I think you see it visibly ripple through the old woods, the trees move away as if there's been a shockwave with Razroth as the epicenter. And I think regardless of who you are, I think you all feel the initial fear but it persists for these homunculi as Razroth turns to stare at these homunculi, and I think this whole time we've spoken about it, I've been grappling with this anger that's been left, given too much room to breathe after Vega took out everything else that was plaguing him. And I think it takes physical manifestation. I think you see wafting off of him red mist, as I think my features change a little bit. I think my eyes change color to show that this anger isn't just a thing I'm tackling with, but now I think it's an integral part of me now, as they turn, or at least shimmer deep red whenever the light hits it right. And I'm blind to everyone else. At this point, I'm focused on these things that have hurt the people I love, and I'm just slowly walking towards them.
Titus, what is he
moving
doing?
them further and further away.
I hope he knows what he's doing.
I have another question for you, Raz. What do you look like to Vega and Titus? Because they see something completely different. What is it?
I think they see the shift. So to everyone in, for lack of a better term, the material plane,
That's the
I'm still
perfect term.
Razroth, but the slight change of eye color. But to Titus and Vega, they see me shift as the rage is further infused not just into my body, but to my soul, and I become demon-like. I grow in height, almost double in width and height.
I look horrified.
Yeah. So
I-
I think you will feel the same fear these creatures. And I think also, Vega, in this moment, you realize this is what these creatures are saying as well. But I think you know something feels real about this. It's not just an illusion.
And I'm not just horrified at the sight of it. I'm horrified because I am understanding what he's pulling from here to get this, and I'm terrified for him.
Yes. Yep. Who's next? Jude, I think, right? Is it Jude or Titus? I'm trusting you
It's
guys
me.
for the turn order. All right, Jude, go.
It's me. Okay. I've been sort of like bent over Vega this whole time. I just sort of felt her. I saw that she was looking. I think I will hear I'm hearing Estrella scream, and maybe it's been kind of numb this whole time, like so far away because I've been so worried about Vega. But I think with the fear that Razroth sort of inflicted, maybe it's starting to affect me physically as well. So I'm hearing screams, and I'm starting to feel the hair raise on my skin, and I turn to actually look at what's happening, and I see what's happening now. Raz? Estrella, what is he doing? I see that Vega's still on the ground, but I see that Estrella's really struggling. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna run towards Estrella and Raz at this point. Is Estrella still being held down by whatever was holding her, like the limbs?
Yes. Yep.
And it's physical, yeah?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's magic, but it is magic made physical.
Magic.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to immediately have the ground, whatever sand or rock or stone or dirt, just calcify and become blades that cut through whatever is holding her in place.
Okay. Roll for it.
Oh. No. No. No.
I think hearing Estrella's cries, my gaze snaps towards Jude.
I was trying to help her. I'm sorry.
Titus, you're up.
I think after seeing this and Raz's transformation, I try to heal Estrella from whatever realm this is. Originally, I was going to try to help them fight, but this seems a lot more imperative, so I'll cast healing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it. For those listening, Johnny is having tech issues today, but we really wanted to try to include him in the fight, so that's why he's being so short with his sentences. 61, partial success. I can go ahead and take over if you like, Johnny. Okay.
That'd be great.
So we see Titus look back and forth in between kind of, we know he's trying to decide if he's going to attack or if he's going to do something else. And then without further hesitation, he brings his finger to his lips, bites into his finger, draws blood, and then heals Estrella. A little bit, Estrella. It's not a lot. You are in dire straits, my dear. And everyone can see that. She's been wounded very heavily. Okay, now it is the monster's turn, but before that, something arrives. Something else arrives. Raz, your observer arrives in the shape of a lion. What does this lion look like? Steps out of the wood very slowly. It is a demonic lion.
It is enormous. At least when it comes from the foot of it, the base of its feet to the top of its head.
Yeah, I think
It's
so. Like at least the
probably
size of an
double.
SUV. Yeah.
Yeah, it's large and it has a dark black mane that seems to be shifting black flames.
Yep.
Its eyes glow.
That
I think you
same
see
red.
the eyes first.
Yep.
The same red
Yep.
as Razros. And teeth that you don't understand why, but you know that these teeth will damage more than just you physically. Just from looking at them, you can tell that they tear through much more than just flesh and bone. And it's, despite its size, it's silent. It doesn't make sounds. It steps on twigs and you don't see the twigs break underneath its clear weight.
I need
And I
you
suppose
to
it
make
walks out.
one very important magical roll for me.
Oh boy. Okay. Any shift?
No, unfortunately not.
19 success.
You have complete control over this observer here. He is here to serve you. You don't have to use your turn. You may basically control this lion on its own turn, which is now. Its initial instinct was to move in between you to protect you and yours from these creatures, but you can do something else if you wish.
Can I do a roll?
Sure.
Because Jude has... right now I'm blind with rage.
Yeah, I know.
And Jude has hurt Estrella. I want to see
Oh God.
if I can see Jude.
Okay, but
or if I
I
see an enemy.
I need you to tell everyone out loud, like, what result means what, though, because this is pretty serious.
Yes.
Basically, this is if the lion's gonna attack Jude, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I think it's gonna be a mind roll.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Pretty because like I'm trying to gauge how much of control I have over my mind at the moment, and I think a success is I recognize this is Jude, and this is most likely a mistake that she accidentally hurt
Yeah.
Estrella, and I won't sick the observer on her. A partial I think I realized it too late, so they still get hit, but I managed to call them off in time before they do anything extremely damaging, so it'd be like half damage, I guess, essentially.
Okay.
And a failure, I just let it loose on Jude.
Okay, I think, and please lawyer me, argue me if you feel it is appropriate, but I feel like because you specifically said you have already lost yourself in rage, you would have a -10 shift to try to control it now at this point.
Yeah, especially since I'm like physically seeing Ashreya in pain. I do want to ask, just Mirggles, are you okay with this?
1,000,000%.
Okay.
1,000,000,000%.
Oh, I'm so sorry. A failure. And I think it's wordless. I don't think I vocally say anything. I actually think verbally in the material plane, I don't say a word. But
yeah, you don't need to say anything.
But in the plane that Titus and Vega are in right now, they hear my command of sunder her very soul. And the lion, the observer, charges at
no!
Jude, I'm so sorry. I need you to come back and I need you to roll for me.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Please
Soul,
roll well,
please.
Mirggles.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Anything in your soul stat. Do you have anything that's like, I would like to keep my
Unwavering
soul in my body?
loyalty.
Yep, okay. That one. Do that.
Any shifts?
You may lawyer me. I initially was going to say you would have a minus shift because you just attacked a friend and you're feeling horrifically guilty, and I think Jude would feel like she deserves to be punished, but I would also not like this to happen to Jude, so I will say 0. But you should have a -10, I think.
I'm gonna take the -10 because I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm also upset about it, but listen.
Oh, thank God! Dude, okay, you have no idea. Okay, right, so this horrific lion is going to descend on you, Jude. It is going to rip your soul from your body with its teeth. However, it does not devour your soul. So what do you think we see? And be very specific because this is how Jude interprets her soul. Because we don't really know what that is, but it's your essence. And I'm saying soul because that's what makes sense to me.
Just give me a second.
Yep.
Because I want to get this right.
Yep.
I think it grabs something in her, and I think I'm gonna go for almost like traditional mist like energy color kind of vibe, but as it rips it out of me, it's a sword. It's like a very big sword. And the further it goes away from me, the more the sword looks like it's degrading. Like it starts to almost like rust in the way that like edges come off of it, like it's taking hits or something.
Okay. Very important question, and I totally respect any answer. It's not a trick question. Does Jude believe she can survive without a soul?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Super awesome. Cool. Okay. Is anybody doing anything before I switch? Actually, I think it's now their turn. Right? Okay. Unfortunately, they are going to try to magically attack since the observer is feasting on Jude at the moment. So I need Rhea to go ahead and roll again. I'm so sorry. She's in trouble, guys, by the way. Physically, she's looking really bad.
Am I subtracting anything?
What do you mean?
For a shift?
No, because she removed at least one of the graph. Yes? Yeah.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I had first done the fear aura thing, you said I had to continue, I had to do it for 2 turns and then there'd be out of the, I don't know what you said, if they're out of the forest or just out of combat.
The blue one gets
did do it
out of
for 2
combat.
turns.
The red
Okay.
would go to the edge.
Okay.
That's right, because you didn't
I
go.
rolled a-
You went for the
Yeah.
observer. Did you want to wait? What was your
Yeah,
turn then?
the turn
You just
previously
did it.
was
Yeah, okay.
the aura, and I rolled a 3, and then
Yep.
the observer showed up.
Then the observer showed up. Okay, yeah. So blue is now technically out of fight, right? Because you spent your. So we'll move the blue one off of the map. The red, however, is still here. So that saves you, Straya. You only have to roll the 1 time.
And this is a magical
Yes. Dodge. Magical
okay.
dodge.
Intuition. 51 partial.
Okay, so half. It hurts a lot. Like, I feel like you cannot take another hit this size. And I think you know that.
And I think again, like just on autopilot, I hear Australia's cries and my eyes snap to the homunculi that caused her pain.
I'm looking like I'm gonna pass the fuck out.
Yeah. She's looking really bad, guys. All right. That's it for you guys, correct? I think so. Switching! Over in you two land, Lear, Arafir. It is their turn. So they are going to attack again.
Okay.
Hold on, I am moving. Whoop, there we go. Am I on the right screen? Why do I see everyone? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. Okay. Go ahead and roll again, Lear. 4 times.
All right.
Same thing.
4 times.
Yep.
Negative 10 shift. Let's go.
Woo!
23 success. 71 failure. 78 failure. 32 success.
Okay, so what we can do is the first one, you succeed to dodge against that. The second one is the second swing, right? And now we're going to roll for the bites. So you've
Okay.
got 2 bites incoming, is that correct?
It would be 1 bite, no? Because the... Oh, no, in fact... Yes.
Right.
Sure.
It's up to you, because before I've let you decide if you're using it to stop a bite.
Right. I would like to attempt to stop a bite if possible, but
Yep.
let me just
No, that's
see
fine.
one more time. So the first attack is a success against one of them,
Right?
and then...
So the second one is the swing, and it hits,
Right.
so it gets to try to bite you.
Correct.
And then the
Then-
second 2 would technically, be a first swing and a second swing from the second creature.
Right.
So you can stick with that, or you can use the success to try to stop a bite. And I'm only doing that because your character knows how important it is to avoid the bite.
All right. In which case, if I'm allowed for the first bite, as the head descends at me, I'm going to swing my hand in front, and with the success, it's going to grab down on my arm. And I don't really... I wear short sleeve mail for a reason, and I think it's going to... well, actually, it's a success, is it not so? Never mind. I'm safe for now. Haha. I think I turn over, and it's going to bite down, and its teeth are going to catch onto my chainmail for that first one.
Okay.
I'm rolling again for...
You need to roll
Another-
for the second swing then.
Okay.
Partial
41
success.
partial success.
Okay, now you just need to roll for the second bite.
Okay. 78, yet another
Okay.
failure.
It is going to bite you. Where does it bite you? It's aiming for your neck/shoulder.
All right. I'm going to defensively cross my arms if I can. I know one was crushed. I'm going to try and bring that crushed, useless arm towards my face area to try and protect. And I imagine it's going to basically just tear the hand off by the elbow joint.
Jesus fuck. All right. Holy fuck. Okay. Eru. Lear's just had his fucking arm ripped off.
Erafia!
I will
Any moment
try and
now!
teleport myself away.
Just you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to a place that I'm very familiar with.
All right. Oh,
Does that give me a shift?
yes.
And I'm quite comfortable with moving myself around. Does that give me a shift?
I think it's the same. A plus 10. Unless you have a physical item from that space.
I got a 2.
I react with a 41 success.
What are you doing with your reaction?
With my spare arm, I'm going to reach out. As he teleports, I see him almost... he does this thing. We've seen it before, where he's in one place and he kind of walks into his own shadow. He kind of like goes behind an object and disappears and just returns somewhere else. I'm going to reach out. You're going to see golden tendrils go behind the staff he walks behind to disappear. And I follow.
With a 2, can I strike his hand so that he cannot?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yes, you can.
As I'm turning around, I know that your hand is reaching out. I strike it, and then I'm gone.
Would you like to tell us where you go, Urfir, or is that a surprise?
What is the tallest mountain on the planet?
Do you have to know it? Because you said you've been there before.
I've been there before, and yes, I assume it's not one of them that's on the central mountain range.
Okay.
Unless it is. I mean, it depends.
The tallest mountain would actually be that Bastion mountain range. So you have been there before. I'm going to say that the tallest that you know of, because you specifically told me you haven't been to the other side. So even
Correct,
if there was
yes.
something on the other side, I'm not, I'm not going to reveal that because you said before that you've never been there. So here, that would be the tallest. The Bastion Mountains.
Yes, I only want hour half.
All right. So
That's where I am. I'm on the very peak of
on
that.
the very peak of a mountain. We see the wind whipping through his hair and his cloak and his clothes. What expression do you have, Urfir?
Not much of an expression, really. I think I'm focusing a lot as I stand on the peak of this mountain and raise my staff up to the sky to give myself even more height. And as I'm turning in the summoning of bringing myself to the mountain, I'm already beginning to conjure my power and divine every living sentient creature on the planet that I can find. Can I
Meanwhile,
attempt to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lear is on the ground, being attacked, crying out for your fear. We see Jude and Titus trapped in some space in between. They can now see Jude. Jude can now see them. Jude's soul, which looks like a sword at the moment, is still trapped in between the teeth of this observer. Silent, watchful. Raz, consumed by rage and anger. And Estrella, one hit from death.
No, what have you done? What have you done?
We're here!
Muggles? Isn't that the kiss?
What the fuck? All right, who wants to go first? Jude.
Hello. Hi, I am Mirggles. I played Jude for you today. What an insane episode. Absolutely bonkers. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much for having me. I stream sometimes on Twitch, so you can check me out there. Mirggles, you know, everywhere. So thank you. Yep, that's me. Raz, the person who is my undoing. Drak.
Raz saw Aretha pull out Jude's hand. I was like, hold my beer. Hi, I'm Drak or Drakoniques. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Hive. Honestly, just check anywhere and I'll probably be there as Drakoniques. That's Drakoniques. I played Razoth Bringard, or I don't know, Wrath personified, I guess. I'll be honest, I from the very beginning, from when Vega pulled the other emotions out of Raz, I was like, I'm gonna make anger like a thing he's struggling with. I didn't think it'd be to this extent. So yeah.
Raz Wrath. Holy shit, that's so good.
But yeah, this was fun. Follow me on Twitter or Hive to find out what I'm doing at any given moment. I'm spent. I want to throw it over to Myre.
Erifia!
Dude, what the fuck? It was so good.
You come.
Oh man. Yeah, wow. Wow. Erifir. I don't know what to say, man. I've got, how do you say, trust issues now? But yeah, man, what an episode. This has been a really cool fight. And, Brain doesn't want to talk right now, so instead you can find me at twitch.tv/BradWOTO. I've been playing LA Noire for the last little bit. I can't speak English right now, but go to BradWOTO.com.
Really are BradWOTO.
That's not a website. I really am BradWOTO. You can find me at Myre on Twitch, on the new B thing, Myre_test on Twitter. And yeah, somebody else who's more coherent like Brad can talk now. Brad! You traitor.
Myre, been stream on Myre.com. Yeah, see ya, buddy. Good luck. I'm out, you know. I mean, clearly, yeah. I mean, it's a losing fight. It's just a waste of time trying to save him, you know. Might as well focus on the others.
What do you even mean, man? All my rolls were successes, and I was just trying to help you. Just roll better.
Yeah,
Make the dice work proper.
I told you to save yourself. You did. All right. You know, just do as you're told next time. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna say nothing, man, about you people and your TPK that you have wrought upon yourselves. Really looking forward to seeing all of your new characters. For Erifir to mess around with next time. And you can watch me on my channel. I'm a sci-fi super fan. It's the only thing I like.
Except for Battlestar Galactica.
I've never seen that, but I do really like sci-fi, so I've been playing a lot of Star Citizen. We do a lot of Star Citizen news, and if you want to check me out, you can come on over to my channel, which is twitch.tv/Myre, because I'm selfish.
Who's up? Pass the ball, Brad/Myre.
Fhaelin.
No. Johnny.
Leah. Now no one knows what to do.
I can go sometime. Hello there, I'm Janky Johnny.
Johnny
now in
before Johnny
2D.
Internet drops.
Yeah, to go before I go into the upside down again in real life. I was just thinking the day before this all started. By the way,
Oh no.
you can thinking today how cool
And he dropped.
it's been to see Myre and Brad at conflict. And like I'm over here like singing this jingle before show, before I get in my lovely tunic that Brad loves. And I'm like, I bet they're gonna have a really cool moment where they become friends. And no, it didn't happen. So I was very glad to see my absolutely turn to shit. I love this cast. I love the show. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna now toss it over to Fhaelin.
Okay, I'll take it from Johnny. Hi.
It's all good.
Oh yeah.
That's what.
It's the ponytail.
That's what she
I
said.
can't look at you, Brad. I can't look at you. This ponytail.
Yeah, calm
Anyway. Am I good
Let's
now,
see if I
Brad?
actually did it.
Am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. Thank you, Brad. Okay.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
No, go on.
Leah, do you want to go first?
Hi! All my friends are dead or dying. Thanks for watching. Twitch.tv/Leah.
Leah, I legit thought that was like a fake little hand that you were holding up. I didn't realize it was your hand.
Her little baby hands. She really is an orphan.
Oh my god.
I mean, no shade, me too, but you know.
It's just the lens she's using and the fact that her hand was all the way back here. It looked like she was holding that.
Yeah, he does.
She's like, great, I'll never sleep again.
Put it back here and just.
I've known you all. I don't have any friends in real life either. Faye, please help me.
That's Leah. She does RP and all sorts of other variety on her channel. She's amazing and hot and very English. And she played Vega for you all today.
I'm supposed to talk about you.
Well, you said to do it for you.
You're building a complex actively. Like she has to
No,
write it down to
it's
talk
an
to her therapist
optical
about
illusion, and also because her
I know.
sleeve is green, right? So it looks and her
because I
shirt's
have my
black,
sleeve
so it
tucked
just looks like it's ridiculous.
Wow, that is so weird, dude. What's even funnier is that Leah is like 3 foot in real life as well, so she's already small. And that hand for us is about this big.
Oh god.
Leah Doll Hands
So
Viathan.
good.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get the gauntlets out. I've had enough of this.
All right. Who's up?
Time to puke.
Mercs?
I already went.
Okay. Did anybody who has not gone?
Has Fate actually gone?
Yeah, Faye.
I played a Straven and Verngard today. You can find me on all the things, Twitter, Hive, Twitch, all the things, as Fhaelin, Fheelin. I'm also here on Mondays for 100 Club, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this absolute train wreck of an episode.
Yep.
Keepy.
Okay. I have some news. I know chat is literally putting the hours until the next episode. But as we warned you previously, this is actually the season 1 finale. So you will have to wait until January 10th until we return to find out what happens next. I'm so sorry. Listen, potentially we could have done another episode next week, but the cast and I agreed at the end of this episode, we all felt like this is just where we should leave it. It's perfect. We didn't plan for it, but it happened and we got to go with it. So we'll see you guys in January. Happy holidays. And that's it. Rate and review on the podcast and keep an eye on Table Story for the season 2 trailer. Okay? All right. Bye.
Bye.
The hand.
No.
One second from everyone.